friends, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a great day. It is another hot day here in Louisiana, but luckily we have air conditioning. Thank God for that, right? So today we're going to be talking about a little movie from 2024 directed by Guy Ritchie called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Now this is based on a true story. This was an actual thing in World War II, right? So this stars Henry Cavill, Alan Rickson, Carrie Elwes, and Freddie Fox. And the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare is actually what Ian Fleming, the writer, who's actually in the film, played by Freddie Fox. Ian Fleming based James Bond off of Henry Cavill's character, Gus March Phillips. Real man, back in the day, hunted down Nazis, did a lot of covert military operations for the British, but it was like kind of one of those Rambo things where it's like, if you get caught, we're disavowing you, and if anything happens, we weren't part of it kind of thing. And he didn't answer to anybody except for Winston Churchill, you know what I mean? So this whole group of people were kind of like an unsanctioned military group. But they, basically helped usher in the American troops by taking out cargo ships and stuff like that were helping the Axis powers, to blockade the shipping lanes where the British couldn't get supplies and stuff. So that was really, it's kind of a cool thing. And, Guy Ritchie with his style and his flair made it something special, so Henry Cavill's great in this. I love Henry Cavill anyway. He's Superman. He's Geralt of Rivia. He really embodies the roles that he takes on. And so I'm guessing he, did a little research on Gus here, and he he took on the character. He really portrayed the character, and his character was great. He was funny. He was confident. It was a great role for Cavill. And, Alan Rickson, he plays this big Swede, and if you guys know who Alan Rickson is, he plays Reacher in the Amazon series, Reacher, of the same name. But he's really good, so we get to see him in something other than just a big badass dude kicking people around on Reacher, he plays a Swede. He's really funny. The only complaint I have about Alan Rickson's character is he really needed to work on his accent, because his normal accent came through a lot in his acting. He would lose the Swedish sound, you know what I mean? So, but I liked Rickson's character because he was funny. He was one of the funniest characters. And that's another thing I like about Guy Ritchie. Even though it's a really intense and serious subject matter that he's dealing with, war and all that kind of stuff, he still is able to make it funny. And that's important to me anyway. If I'm watching a Guy Ritchie movie, I'm expecting action and I'm expecting comedy. And he delivers on both here. So a little story about this. I actually rented this on Prime because I was going to go see it in the theater with my wife. But, when you're married and you have kids and life happens, we had tickets to go see it when it was in theaters. We were loading up in the car and our kid's school calls and says, hey, he's sick, he needs to come home. So we had to refund our tickets. We didn't get to go see it in the theater. So when it dropped on Prime to rent, we said, why not? It was $20 to rent, which is, that hurts my soul to pay that much. But if I thought about it, after I got to thinking about it, between movie ticket prices, concession prices, and all that, $20 is pretty dadgum cheap to watch it at home, where I can pause it, go take a pee-pee if I need to, make me a popcorn, get beverages, whatever. I actually kind of preferred renting it at home. But, that's the story of how I got to see the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, is I finally had to just rent it. And I was not disappointed. It was worth my $20 to rent because I enjoyed it. I got to watch it in the comfort of my own home with my own snacks, my own beverages. I could pause it when I needed to. I liked that. And I'm not saying I'm going to do that every time, but if there's a movie I really want to see and I can't make it to the theater, I am not opposed to doing that from now on. You know what I mean? Especially after you tally up all the money that you're spending at the theater compared to what you're spending at home. But that's beside the point. Let's get back to the movie. This was just a solid film. I enjoyed it. There was a lot of good humor, like I said, a lot of really good action. Rickson with his bow and arrow is the highlight of the film, because it's just, he's a good actor and he portrays these badass characters so well. And Henry Cavill, again, embodies his characters. Kerry Elwes was in this, and he played M. And if anybody's watched James Bond, you know who M is. So I'm guessing that Ian Fleming probably based M off of Kerry Elwes' character. But overall, I thought this was just a solid movie. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. You know, Guy Ritchie always delivers for me anyway. The cast was great. The cinematography was good. The action sequences are well choreographed. Nice, smooth action. It's not that jerky, like, oh, I don't know what's happening. It's the camera shaky. There's none of that. You get clean, concise action, and I loved that. I thought that's one of the highlights of the film. Also, the story is not only is it based on a true story, but it's delivered and written in a way that is serviceable. Put it that way. Now, serviceable makes it sound like it's not that good. It's written in a very professional manner, I guess. Like, it's not a lot of filler. There's not a lot of BS that we're you know, or watching 5 minutes of them floating on a ship. No, there's none of that. This is straight to the point. It flows. Every scene helps to accentuate the next scene and helps to progress the film along, and I love that. There was no, like, empty space. The score was, you know, the score was good, as it normally is for these types of films. But overall, I just really liked the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, guys. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Again, I rented it. I don't know where it's streaming. If it is streaming anywhere right now, I'm not sure where. But I rented it on Amazon Prime, so if you guys want to do that, feel free. It's well worth your money. And guys, that's it for the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. As always, I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. Peace out. God bless. Click like and subscribe if you like the videos. Love you guys. See you soon.